Marcus Reed lived a life of spreadsheets and compliance, never suspecting that his own data was being weaponized against his very existence. The email from Clear Harbor was clinical and final. It didn't cite a past mistake, it predicted a future crime. In the cold light of the screen, the heading confirmed future events stared back at him, an indictment for a sin not yet committed. Before he could process the report, his phone buzzed. HR wanted to see him immediately. The dismantling of his life had begun. Anita didn't look up when Marcus entered. In the predictive age, human connection is the first thing to be sacrificed for safety. Security escorted him out as if he were already a ghost. When he tried to use the elevator, his badge blinked a mocking red. The world he knew was closing its doors. A corporate voice on the line warned him that his status had been escalated. That evening, Dana arrived. The tension in the room was thick. She held her bag like a shield, hiding the truth she feared. She spoke of blackouts and Elena Voss, names from a past Marcus couldn't remember, a history the algorithm had unearthed for him. At midnight, he found the consent form, his own signature, penned years ago after a car crash he had buried in his mind. Searching for answers, he drove to a clinical office to meet Elena Voss, a woman who remembered a version of him he hated. Elena showed him the receipts, call logs, photos, and the evidence of a man who had stalked the edges of her life. The predictive model wasn't just observing Marcus, it was following a lineage. His father had been the original pilot for this nightmare. A new alert flashed: the warehouse. His brother Owen, the algorithm was orchestrating the very confrontation it predicted. The West End freight warehouse was a labyrinth of shadows. There, Adrian Cole waited, the architect of this digital fate. Adrian revealed the truth. Every voice stress, every purchase, every medical note was a variable used to prime Marcus for violence. But the deepest blow was the contingency clause Marcus had written himself. Stop me before I become the thing I am afraid of. Blue and red lights strobed against the warehouse walls. The prophecy was fulfilling itself as the police converged on the scene. Marcus fled into the rain-slicked alleys, cornered by a system that knew his every move before he even made it. Dana appeared, a final voice of reason against the model's cold logic. But the machine was already resetting for the next cycle. Back home, a new report sat on the table. This one named his brother, Owen. Marcus looked in the mirror and smiled.